Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, wait, let me check the live real quick. Bear with me. Beautiful. Calling out the smell shine. All praises. Hey, shalom, Sarah Mullah, Yabashima Shabrakata, Sarai, Mullah, Yabashima Shabrakata, Shalom Princess, Brakata, and Brakatum to you and your household, and Shalom Mashak, Yabashima Shabrakata, Brakatum to you and your household, and Shalom Malak La'ab, Shalom, Yabashima Shabrakata, Brakatum to you and your household. The Wadi Yabashima Shah for another day, and which is not in Babylon, but a prophecy going through, and we're seeing it being pushed day by day, harder and harder. So the Wadi Yabashim Shai, because the Lord is really working. So with that, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and I want to give double honors, acknowledgement, and the water to all the elders teaching this truth throughout sincerity, starting back from the One West days, even to the elder Abba Bivens, who is Elijah. And I want to give double honors and acknowledgments to all the other elders giving us that non-stop energy, the Wadi Yabashim Al-Shah. So we're going through a major prophecy thing. You're seeing new acts and laws being pushed through. FISA 72 Civilians Act. And what is that saying? I was reading an article that now Esau Edom is pushing that if you want to be a foster parent or you want to have it, you have to you can't have Christian values. But you obviously know what they're going for. They're trying to really stop the power of Yahweh Yahushua, the word. They're making it a man an offender for the word. Let's grab that. So now you're not going to be able to, is it foster? Not only do you take kids, because some people can't have kids, they can have and adopt it and you share their values. But they're letting people that are full-blown pedophiles be able to do that. So this is what the Lord, we're going to get into a couple of scriptures, and we're going to get into that act. We're seeing that it's a great persecution coming to the elect. Bear with me out here. This is got a new source. I got to get used to it. The Wadi Yabashim Al-Shai. Salakia. I'm going to grab that after. This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek to hide their counsel from the Lord. So you're seeing they had this secret counsel, and now they're doing these little secret things. You're saying that they're not going to be able to take care of Shalom Elihum, Benjamin from the tribe of Benjamin. So woe unto them, the destruction is going to come there. So that's why they're pushing forth these acts, these laws, which is, how Esau Edom works. They use their power going through their laws, just like in the Antiochus days. My bad. I always get this scripture mixed up, so I'm just going pull it real quick. I bet I woke up from a nap. Brothers got me working out now, so, man, I'm a little sore. This is Isaiah chapter, see, I was in it. This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 21. That make a man an offender for a word. For so now that you're against that lifestyle, just like what they were doing in Uganda, but now they're pushing forward, and you're not being able, that you're a terrorist. They're saying that accident of that Hebrew, I think he was in IUIC, that got ran over by that girl that looked like the Wicked Witch of the West. So they're saying that the black Hebrew Israelites, that's what they're using, which is we're not black, they're a terrorist organization. No, we're not. We're preaching the word, but they're making men an offender, a criminal for teaching what the Lord is. That you're not even going to be able to adopt your kids, adopt kids if you wanted to, which it shouldn't either. You shouldn't have it because everyone wants their own seed. And lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. So now they're having these worldwide attacks, all these things that are happening. Look it. You're seeing the things that the Lord has been pushing forth, telling you, man, our persecution shall come. Are you able to drink of the cup? Are you being able to go through the situations? That's what we're going to do, because what did the Lord say? This is This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16. And I'm going to start at verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the God. So throughout all these things, the ones that are true believers, because a lot of other people are not believers. Look at what's happening. A lot of men are falling off. Going into it, it was one person that went into the doctrine. He said everybody can make it. Teaching strong for years. And then what happened? He got full of, and they say like the Paul demon, because remember the Lord said, many that are unlearned stumble upon Paul's writings. But Paul was saying only Israelites. He's quoting Hosea. And then, so it's crazy. This is, Salaki, let me just double check. Hey, Shalom, Ad Flow, Yabashim Shah Brakatah, Shalom. Princess, Yabashim Shah. So, let's grab that, because look it. Because of these, now this great, this war against what's right, against what the Lord is pushing, now you're seeing people having the change of heart. They're getting, and they're falling off of doctrine, because if you're not of the elect, you're going to fall out anyway. It's a war against the men of the Lord. This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith. So you're going to be seeing a lot of people falling out in a situation. They're going to be falling because they're seeing this war. Now you're seeing all the persecutions and what they're not allowing you to do. First is not being able to adopt kids. Now you can't go anywhere because now your information, we're going to get into that article, is going to be shared anytime you connect that Wi-Fi to certain places. And complimentary, then you're going to see a lot of complimentary Wi-Fi, because that act, making these businesses, like going to a coffee shop, they're going to have to share off that. All these other companies, that now your messenger, you send an app, now you're persecuted to be able to have all your data be taken. Go to a coffee shop, and now you and they're going to mess up the actual Wi-Fi for your phone, so you're going to have to connect. All these things, this is a war. So you're going to see a lot of people, the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. So what's all these things? Now you're going to see, now they're pushing this other agenda, like that one, that guy that thinks he's king, the Ham prophet that had a whole, they said Yahweh Shai's day, which no, it's not. That's hell no. Well, he came back with another false teaching. See how many people fall that the Esau is the Arabs, which is that's old, but he said the 7 beasts is brick, which is insane. That's insane. So what about Ezekiel, the 38th chapter? But, and who do you think he's doing it? See, you know he's a bad agent. Like, nobody's falling for it. But we grab that in a little bit. Speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. So seared in their mind, knowing that they're going to be destroyed, they say, I got to take someone with me. So this is what you're going to be seeing a lot of these things throughout this truth, throughout the power that the Lord is bringing forth. Now it's going to be that opposite effect. Like, what are they doing? Like, all the ones that are not really about it. They're seeing that the Lord is really, really sifting. Forbidding to marry, things like that. And commands to abstain from meats, which God has created and received with thanksgiving of them that believe and not know the truth. For every creature of God is good, and nothing is to be refused. And that's not saying, he was using that you can eat, that's why you can eat pork. No, that's not what it means. But let's grab this. This is 2 Corinthians, verse 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. So the ones that were never meant to find, they was meant to find the truth to be destroyed. They were meant to, when once they got persecuted, what they do, they came out. Or they heard something because they had itching ears, and they said, all right, man, this sounds better. Like, I don't want the heathen to come and attack me at the end of those days. And in whom the God of this world blinded the minds of them that believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel, whom the image of God should shine upon them. So this is why the Lord, at the end of the day, having people that were teaching, like people were doing commentaries on the dude that was in the group. If you know, you know. But he's now teaching that that everyone can be saved. Calling people, calling and it was videos of him calling Edomites, they're going to be destroyed, but then now all nations can be saved. Now everything, because the Lord had put a mind, a spirit, using Esau, Edom tactics, using them are just lying spirits that have his mind seared, that really believe that, because he's scared of a little bit of persecution. And whom the God of this world have blinded. Who's the God of this world? Hello. Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man, the God of this world, which is Satan's world right now, at this moment, but it's about to be taken over by the Spirit of the Lord. Lest the light of the glorious gospel of a Mashiach, whom is the image of God, should shine upon them, because that's how we're delivered through these times, through the Spirit of Yahushua. Those who overcame the blood of the Lamb, then shall be saved. So you know the accuser of our brother is about to come. Let's grab it. And then I finish it. This is Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, whose the habitations of the earth and of the sea. Woe unto the habitants of the earth and to the sea. For the devil is come down upon you, having great wrath. It's going to be a great insurrection to the people that fear the Lord, because he knoweth that he has a short time. So now he's going to make by law a man an offender by word. They're going to have you be able to not participate in certain opportunities. And then all the other, you see this digital currency that they don't make. Look at what they're doing to these businesses. That act, we're going to read it in a little bit. And this little article is saying that these businesses, all of them have to participate. And if they don't, it's stipulation. So both small and great, rich and poor. Basically, the receipt is going into, this is how much power they're doing it. They have not pushed a surveillance move like this since the Patriot Act, because they knoweth that it have but a short time. But when the dragon saw, Salakia, let me just drop down to where I want. I skipped a verse. This is verse 11. And they that overcame him, overcame by the blood of the Lamb, that glorious light of a Mashiach, which is, he died for obviously for Israel, not for all the nations. And that sacrifice when he was crucified to cover first the Israel of God, and then the all Israel out in the kingdom. By the word of their testimony. And the Lord said 2/3 of our people will be cut off and die. The Spirit especially, that's a future prophecy happened now. That a lot shall depart from the faith. Hey, Shalom, Athena. Yahbashim al Brakatah, Brakathum to you and your household. By the word of his testimony, and the love not their lives unto death. So they did it. So that's the biggest thing. That's why a lot of people, the Lord never had them, because they never have it what it takes. They thought about their life too much, what they're supposed to. They thought more than they were supposed to. They never was really rooted. This is back into 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. In whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel, who is the image of God, should shine upon them. For we preach not ourselves. See, that's why we hate our life unto death. Not saying, we're out here. I always said, hey, Shalom, Elder, Yahbashim al Brakatah. We're always out here to the Elder Yahweh and Barakathum to your household. So the Lord, look at the Lord using Esau, Edom to blind all these people's minds, the ones that he were thought too highly of themselves. They didn't hate their life unto their death. Because, a lot of times when people try to say all Israel's can save, they always have a exalted that, hey, he probably think he's Paul. I'm coming to a new thing. They always have this, or they never were rooted. And see, now you're seeing all these persecutions, not being able to adopt kids, not being able to have, because a lot of people, that's their only income, being foster kids. And so now, and most of the foster parents have Christian beliefs. But now you're not going to be able to do it. This is verse 5, for we preach not ourselves, but a Mashiach Yahushua, the Lord, and ourselves that hate our lives unto death, and ourselves your servant for Yahushua's sake. For we who commanded the light to shine out of darkness. Oh, me and the brothers was reading something. Let's grab this. Look at this. In our little reading, this is code in the NLT. So you see that now you're going to see the Spirit speak. The people are going to be saying stuff that is not even in the Bible. Saying all this stuff, falling for Esau, Edom's pressure campaign. Because that's the Spirit of the Lord. This is wisdom, Isaiah chapter 8. And I'm going to start at 20 in the NLT. It's called, look to God, instruction and teaching. People who contradict his word are completely in the dark. Look at that. So look at the ones saying that all Israel can saying that all nations can be saved, are saying that the brick system, the brick system is the 7 horns and the 10 heads, and Esau Edom is the Arabic. Arabs, which is that pork chop preacher is saying right now. All these things are happening. It's just spirits speaking, especially so people can depart from the faith, seeing because they're in the dark. What did the Lord say was going to happen on the earth? Let's grab it. We'll get that in the NLT too. But look, I'm going to read it again in the NLT. Those who This is Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20 in the NLT. Look to God's instructions and teachers, which is the word, the law, the statutes, and commandments. That's going to get you through this persecution. That's going to keep you in a sound mind. That's what's going to build your faith, knowing that the Lord is true. He's an rewarder of those that diligently seek him. If you do good, ain't good going to happen to you? The Lord's trying to reward you with things. People who contradict his word are completely in the dark. What was I about to get in? I should have got it right away. It's going to have it. I remember what I was about to get. But let me continue in this. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 6. For God who commanded the light to shine. Oh, I know what I was about to get in the NLT. The Wadi Yabashim al Shai. Isaiah 60. Then I'm going to get this article. Because it's really about to do something. Coffee shops, businesses, which is going to see how much control they have on the rich and the poor. Are not able to. Like if you get Wi-Fi now, they are able to just give all your information up. They're obligated. Let's grab this. For this is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 2 in the NLT. Darkness and as black as night cover all the nations of the earth. So that's why when you get this light, you're able to see. But you know these contradictions, and you're completely in the dark. You're in what other than nations. When you let's grab it. Grab it in. I have too much open. I want to finish it, but I don't want to keep going back and forth. This is wander after the congregation of the dead. Congregation of. God damn it. Salakia. Baramiakian. I'm just going to look it up. This is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 16. The men that wander out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So those ones that fall, they're back into the gross darkness of the nations, being destroyed, back in complete darkness. Because what's going to happen? The Lord is not going to shine that glorious light, that you're able to even be saved, to even have understanding, to have the wisdom and stability. You have in that you think all Israelites can be saved, and then you're out there hanging out with heathens saying, hey, giving them false hope when they find out. And the Lord does, what are they going to do? They're going to try to destroy you. And then not knowing your enemy, that they said that they're going to be madmen, sparing none. Sparing none. Once they find out that they're going into captivity, he that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man, and he that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich. So they think they're selfish. So now they in that party spirit, going into the spirit that they don't have to go out anymore. It's too much time. It's too hard for them. You're just trying to go and just are they about that money? All these things are pushing that, making men fall out, going back into this complete darkness which is within this world. This is Isaiah chapter 60 again, verse 2 in the NLT. But as black as night covers all the nations of the earth, but the glory of the Lord rises and appears on you. This is it in the NLT. For behold, the darkness, in the KJV, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. So the ones that walk out of that understanding and are now in the congregation of the dead, the ones that keep and go out, the ones that are scared of persecution, the ones that have never been in it. That's why you have to understand. You can be teaching for years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. It doesn't matter. It's all the Lord has a predestined people that are going to save, the ones that are always in it, the ones that he had from the beginning that never was going to bow their knee because the Lord programmed to do it. So that's why you got to understand it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And now you're going to see why that is, because you're seeing that he's about to test us like no other father would test, because he's the greatest father. But let's continue in the 2 Corinthians, and I'm going to get that article. For this is verse 6. For God has commanded the light to shine out of darkness, and have shined in our hearts the light, this word. And they're about to make a man offender for it. They're going to be going and causing that you'll be a criminal if you're preaching this word, that you're not going to be able to. First, they're saying adopt it. Now you're seeing all these terrorist attacks on someone drove their car into IUIC. And saying, everybody on the comment board was saying the same thing, which is a lot of those are Babylonian. Because you go on Twitter and like TikTok, there's a lot, especially X, there's a lot of Edomites there, mad ones and stuff like that. So they're pushing for that notion that who's the terrorists? The people that are preaching this word. So who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, and have shined in our hearts to give us the light of the knowledge of the glorious God in the face of Yahushua and Mashiach. But we have this treasure in earthly vessels. So mere men, mere human beings, that the Lord caused to have just to have this understanding. Let's see if this is getting hot. How's it going? No, I'm a preacher, but I'm giving a gift right now, which is the. Yeah, well, it's closed. It's a chief place of concourse, so that's why.
It's a what?
Chief place of concourse, and then they also liken this word to wine. Scoffer. She's a heathen though. But yeah, but they liken this word as wine. Don't spoil the oil or wine. Oil or water. Not wine actually. That's a better word for it. I'm gonna grab it real quick. Where I'm pulling that from. This is second. Good wine. I'm gonna grab it where I'm pulling that from. This is Revelation, because sometimes they might say, oh, he's giving it that strong drink, let me grab it for you. This is Revelations chapter 6, verse, I'm going to start at 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts saying, a measure of wheat for a penny, and three measures of barley for a penny. See thou hurt not the oil or wine. So that's where I used why I said that, because that oil and wine is talking about this wisdom and not this what the Lord gave us, because wine also is a good thing. Wine is supposed to make because we're in a mortar in a contrary spirit to make our heart merry, and it's good. So it's going into, because this is about to be famine. It's about to be that. But if you have the truth, what's going to happen? You're going to be, my servants shall eat. So going into what she was saying. And this is because this place is like closed until 4. So it's better. And you know how Texas is. They're like weird about it. But I'm in this chief place of concourse. Bear me. So continuing, before Satan came and tried to push forth her thoughts, This is, but we have given this treasure in earthly vessels, that the excellence of the power may be of God and not of us. We are troubled on every side. And see, that's a lot of why a lot of men like start switching it up. Or they might get offended, or it's because they actually never had it. But then a big test is that fire, that affliction, that, let's grab it. Because remember, the Lord is wanting gold and silver. He is, let's grab it. Okay, you see a lot, just because little reactions like that, a lot of men want to go into it. And then they start, because a lot of people, it's an unpopular decision. You're not going to be famous doing this. But the Lord said you're not going to be liked. You're not going to do any of this. What does he say? He said he shall make our fame be in the land. So but that's at the end. I'm talking about at right now. A lot of people stone the prophets or try to do this stuff, especially these nations. So you saying that all nations can be saved, it's just like you're holding your sword back from blood. Because no, they're not. Most of them are going in Babylon the Great. All heathen, they're going to be destroyed, and the ones that do make it, they're going to be in other lands, because everything in Babylon that's great, other than the elect, are going to be completely melted in the great multitude. But every in the other lands, we're going to get them from there, because everything here is defiled. Gross darkness completely destroyed this place. So they're going to be completely melted and destroyed off the face, unless they flee back to their other lands, or unless they're going to be, if they're a heathen, they're going to have that judgment. So let's continue. Let's get into it. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. And what we already always go into it, endure to be made hardened. To go through these trials and tribulations. Hey, Shalom, Micah Allah. I seen the end of yours, but I'm a watch up. I just been a little busy. Yahba Shemi Al-Shar Brakathum, and Brakathum to you and your household. Constantly endure to be made hard, and make not hasten the time of trouble. So you see in all these things that now you're in a civilian state. Basically, they're trying to push you forth. I'm keep saying I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna read that article, man, right now for it, brothers. But you know how the Spirit works. Cleave unto him and depart not. And make not hasten time of trouble. So you're gonna see a lot of people that they're even out on the highways and hedges. That as soon as they go through this situation, they're like, nah, it's not for me. I'm gonna fold my doctrine, or I'm gonna just take the bag, or I'm gonna just do this, or I'm not worthy to do this. You know, that's a big thing. That's a big demon. Then what Satan start doing is I'm not worthy. Well, the Lord gave you a very treasure in earthly vessels. You got this treasure in earthly vessels, so he obviously thinks you're worthy to even get it, because there's a lot of people that never even received it. It got taken away instant. But then what? Satan's gonna get in your mind saying, I'm not worthy. I don't see myself in nor importance. You're an Israelite. You're the most important man on the earth. And you're trying to give that to another nation. Cleave unto him and depart not, that mayest be increased in the last end. Just like as Job. Whatsoever is brought unto you, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed into a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and a acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. So that's how this is what the Lord is doing. He's using this affliction, these plagues, this cup that the Lord said that we were going to drink of, to be able to cleanse all those the faithless you have. Because when you're in a situation, and no matter what, like when I was yesterday, I was walking and someone was driving super crazy, and it almost hit me. But it was like something grabbed me and say, "Hold on, real quick." And a lot of people are saying, man, that's a sign for me not to go to the altar. That's what Satan was trying to put in my hand. But what it was really, it was hey, I got you no matter what happens. I'm here every step of the way helping you. Every trouble happens. Does it hit you? Does it touch you? You have to have that mindset. Believe him, and he will help thee. See? Believe him. So they're looking at it a thing that because they weak-minded this is a sign for them to not do it, and this is a sign that they're doing all this for little old me. They're doing it for a little bit of men that are on it. They said the Satan, which just passed, she said I look like Santa Claus. That's what she told me. He said, "Who are you, Santa Claus?" Nah, man. Well, I'm giving you a gift, but Santa Claus. That picture of what he is, if he's a Edomite, he's going into slavery. But he's a fictional creator, fictional being. To make, so Esau, Edom can have credit of giving our people gifts. And on a wicked ass holiday, by the way, anyway, like Christmas, man, you guys, this is gonna be the worst Christmas that has ever happened. Believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way and trust in him. Yet that ye fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. So this is what? Now you get these gifts that the Lord will give to you. Now he's going to start looking like more faith, because that's the ultimate gift that you can get. And now the Lord is going to start increasing you. Then you're going to get a thing. Because when I was in the world, I didn't really like making eye contact. I didn't like talking. I wasn't a people person. But now I'm able to have conversations that I will make eye contact and have more confidence. This is whatever the Lord is going to give to you, that's what's going to happen. So this is what the Lord is showing you. This is how he's showing you to be a man that stands upon the word. Because look at these people that are not getting. When these afflictions and all these things happen, they're not going to be able to stand in the time of trouble. They're going to fall, and they're going to get the MOTB, which is the ultimate goal of Esau, Edom, and be destroyed. Since I keep saying it, I'm just going to grab it real quick. This article. It's on my phone, but I was reading it all day. I was going into So there's FIS, that is the foreign Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, by the way, but so the feds are pushing for the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, Section 702, wiretapping, reauthority, and amid a heightened potential for violence. You just had it. That look at how they problem reaction solution. That is a lot of crimes that are happening in Sacramento. And what do they say? All right, no more cash. We have to have it because people are still they're counterfeiting all money and doing all that stuff. So they're saying, all right, see the potential of violence as they're causing people to be violent, not giving them able to work, not being able to get their energy out, not letting them have a productive, feeding them GMOs. So they have this. So they said because of the potential violence, they just had a lawmaker say that this is the worst time ever for the potential of a terrorist attack. Since the attack by Hamas militant Israel on October 7, U.S. intelligence say the war abroad is sharpening the focus of potential attacks. And in U.S. and reminding Congress that is running out of time and reauthorizing a key provision in Foreign Intelligence Act. Section 702, the act which allows government to collect communication from foreign abroad without a warrant, into text messages, emails, phone calls, so all this stuff pretty much being able to surveil it. But people don't understand that even in the subtext of that thing, anytime you connect to Wi-Fi, those companies, that's everyone, you paying for a particular company, Dish Network or a Wi-Fi, now they are required to give up your information for security purposes. You go to a coffee shop, you tap into they're required. These are all the things that they're pushing. And you got to understand that this is why the Lord is putting us through these situations, because you're going to see, even off all these things, are you going to still have faith in Him? All these things are happening because we knew it was going to happen. He warned us. He forewarned us. Let's grab it. This is Matthew chapter 20, verse 22. But Yahushua answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask. For are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptized that I am drink of? See, if you really have to understand it, and you read this scripture, you already know that the Lord, He said, well, what's it called? They treated Yahushua as a criminal. He was a what's it called? They were a rebel, not a rebel meaning, what's a better word? Which is against the government, because he was against it. He said he was going to destroy the church, which is meaning he was going to the wicked church that they set up and put the church that Yahushua wanted. He was going to take down and put us in. All these things that were happening. He was not against the establishment. So he said, all right, when you're not doing it, you're going to what is it? You're going to be treasonous to the United States, because you're preaching this word is that a complete attack against they say a democracy. Yes, demon rule. We're completely against it. They say unto him, we are able. And he said, ye shall indeed drink of my cup, and be baptized with the baptized that I am baptized with. But sit on my right hand and on my left, it is not mine to give. So you're seeing a lot of men, revolutionary, insurrectionist, revolutionary, Tawada elder, revolutionary. He was revolutionary. He was fighting a battle for not a physical, a spiritual battle for Yahweh. So you're seeing that all these things he was doing. He said, all right, you're not going to be liked. You're against the prophets that have been for me and before thee of old, prophesied against many kingdoms of war and of pestilence. So you seeing, this is why the Lord said that. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not my people that have been in the truth for a very long time. Was stirred up in a camp. It was you seen men that were leaders of camps for 15 years falling out because it wasn't his to give. He was already set up. The Lord Yahweh gave his Yahushua in the beginning men that were going to stand with him, and it was, if you're not of it, you were going to fall out. And it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared for my Father. Those are the ones that are going to be able to stand. So the Lord is now putting us in situations that our faith can build. Yeah, how's it going? And when the 10 heard this, they were moved with indignation against the two brothers, which is just going into it, And then that's going into, because the rest, well, other than Judas, the rest of the men, all of them are men of the Lord. So even the saying that you might have little skirmishes in there, but that's just going into something else. So let's grab this. So now we're seeing what we have to get and what we have to go through. You got to have a straight mindset. Even if you see men, your best friend that you came in the camp with. We no brother had that. And did he get weak? That's what happens. You're gonna lose. You're gonna see people fall out. You're gonna see your rights being taken from you. You're going to be looked at as a criminal throughout. Well, you're going to be measured as a thief and as a murderer just for preaching this word, an offender for the word. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 14. I'm going to start at 13. Now therefore set thy house in order, and reprove thy people, and comfort such as them as be in trouble. Now renounce corruption. So this is why I was like, all right, we have to go through it. But look at all the benefits that we're going to receive, and that we're receiving now. The strength that you have. You've never been this strong until you have the Spirit of the Lord building and bringing you up. Hey, shalom, Nadanya Bashim al-Shar Brakatah. So now you tell this to your people, and they understand. Give these precepts. He's like, oh, how Shai had to do it. He said, are you able? Because you won't have to. Because if it doesn't matter, especially if you're in this truth, if you're in it, it's no quitting. This is quitting to the Lord is punishable by death. Like, you're going to get more stripes. You can't quit. So you got to so you have to bring these comforting lessons like this, these camps, all this stuff, being out in the face of people. See that a scoffer came in past me saying all manners of wickedness. When you know what happened, she's going into slavery anyway. So it doesn't matter. See, is let go from the mortal thoughts and cast away of the burdens of men. You know, it's called American Gods, but they had to cut that Orlando, I think his name is Orlando Brown, had him out because he was giving Jake hope. He said, you are dead anyway. He said, might as well die for. This is what the Lord's saying. You have to have a thought that you can't die. Abraham, he knew that death was just sleep. And the Lord told us that it's some of us that's not going to taste of death. So having those immortal thoughts, that's going to be crowned, because we're going to go through these situations. What do you think? This is what Esau said he was going to set up. So you see in this surveillance system, you're seeing that they're causing problem, reaction, solution. This is all going into the plan of what Esau Edom was going to do. By peace, he shall deceive many. They said, oh, you want peace? Well, just give up a little bit of your rights. So look at all this terrorist, things. Come on, give me some more rights. How was that go? I think that's in Daniel's 8, but I forgot. I'm gonna grab this first, actually. So what do you think this is? I'm gonna grab this first, and then I grab what I was looking for. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, so this can even go into once they put all these implementations of these laws that now it's like nobody can really stand up. That they put the famine of the word. That they say, see, now you guys are safe. Now you just take this. When he ultimately say, hey man, just take the CF. All these now you can't. The act gets passed, which is it's going in temporarily, but you know what they're trying to do. They're saying in a time of war, why they're pushing it, they said a temporary implementation, the fight against the war. They're gonna say, all right, see, now you have safety. Now you have safety. What does the Lord say is going to happen? Then sudden shall destruction come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So let's grab this. Yeah, I knew it was this. I keep doing. I forgot. And this is qualifying. This is the time of Antiochus, but it's nothing new under the sun. And if I didn't say it, Salakia, Nathanya Bashima Shar Brakatam to you and your household. This is Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Say, hey, if you want safety, if you want to do, just give up your rights. That's what they did at 9/11. That's what they're doing right now. What they're trying to push. So for your child's sake, we have to criminalize these terrorists that read the Bible. These guys out here that's preaching the word, they're causing destruction. They're causing division. The Lord said he's not here to bring peace on earth, but division. So you see it, they're anti-Mashiach, anti-Christ. So let's grab it, and then let me see what time. I got a certain time. I gotta leave. I got a little window, so I was like, man, woke up from a nap and just ran here. Well, my brother took me. This is Revelation chapter 13. I'm gonna start at 10, but I'm gonna drop down to the point. Just going to, because you know what happened. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. For he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. When did they go? When did they pay for us going into captivity? When did the Lord show that judgment? Hey, Shalom, Elder Sagalah, Yabba Shema Shabrakatah, and Brakathum to you and your household. And Thawada, Elder. And then, so when did all the nations pay for throwing us into captivity? When did it? When did that happen? No, and not. So the Lord said, he that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with a sword must be killed with a sword. This land is defiled. So not only do they have to go in captivity, they have to. So now all heathen are going to be, only Israel is going to be saved. The nations are, all the nations, every nation that here in Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. That's what's going to happen. And then if they're out of this place, or the ones in all the other lands, unless they leave Babylon the Great, those people that are out of the lands, they're going to be going into captivity. And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience, the suffering that we're going through, all the situations that we're going, because that's what patience going to suffering. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So when you say that all nations can be saved, you're pretty much trying to throw off the faith of us that we can just let it happen. The Lord said this was one thing, faith in the word, that he said this was going to happen, that we're going to be holy above all nations. We're going to have rulership, that those nations are going to have to pay back, and who's going to build up our kingdom if they're going to be saved? This is what we have faith in. But let's drop down. Actually, let's just read through it. And I beheld another beast coming, which is Babylon the Great, and this beast system. Because you know, the Babylon is the whore that sitteth on this beast, but this new Edomite system. And another beast coming out the earth, and it had two horns like a lamb. You know, just like the Pravians and the patricians, and I believe as Egypt and also in what's his name, in the Greek system, Rome, all this stuff. Democracy. They said this is a war against our democracy. Yes, it is. It is. This is true. We're against their democracy because it's not what the Lord wants. We want a totalitarian dictatorship on who? On the Yahushai. These are words that they may sensationalize, but we're out here saying it right in front of your face. Yes, we wanted a dictatorship of the Israelites, starting with Yahweh and Yahushai being the king. But they had two horns like a lamb, saying that it's all good as peace. But he spake as a dragon, and he exercised all power as the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. You know, after they went into the Caucasus Mountains, so they call Caucasians, cave dwellers, after they got beat up and Jake kicked them out all those lands, and they had to go in for a punishment of 1,000 years. But now it's healed, and they came back because the Lord he said, all right, let these beasts need to do one last job before and help build up their kingdom, which is by their job is to make one rock, a big rock to a small rock, to be in the field, to do all that stuff. How's it going? And another beast and spake as a dragon, having draconian laws. It was a lawmaker in Athens, a lawmaker that were like little crimes, like crimes that don't even make sense. What will it cost? Death penalty. You steal death. All these things, death. That's why it says that. And he exercised all the power of the first beast. Salakia. And he exercised all the powers of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and there which dwelled to worship the first beast, whose daily wound was healed. And he do great wonders, so that he make fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of man. There were videos that were keep getting taken down, but they got past the algorithm that people were literally seeing the lights of the laser, those direct energy weapons on trees and cars. They're seeing the exact video of them just doing it right in front of their eyes. But why could those be seen? Because they were, that's why they have these algorithms. But then now it's getting released through other medias, and people put in different names. They're not actually naming the video. So are in between compilations. They get this information out because you can't stop the word. And then also how they did what they dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And he do great wonder. He deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying, them that dwell on the earth, that they should make a image of the beast which the wounded by the sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. So this look how that all these things that they have been doing, but they need one last thing: a surveillance state. They need a system to be able to have a social credit score, so they can have the power of the Lord, which they will never have it. To be able to be all-seeing, all-powerful. They can have the power to stop you from eating, stop you from even being able to be in a system. This is Prayers of Azariah. I haven't read that book in a while, man. Man, thank you, motivation. And thou didst deliver us from the hands of the lawless enemy. So what is that lawless enemy? Esau Edom, he has no morals. He lives by no laws, but do as thy will. Satan's kingdom. Not hateful, most hateful, forsaken of God. And Romans the 9th chapter, if you wonder, say, who's that talking to? You know who he's talking about. To the unjust king and the most wicked in all the earth. So this is what? All these prayers. Look at David's prayers. Hide me from the secret, the tumult, or hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Verse 16, and he caused all, both small and great. So you're seeing in that a thing that they're going to have and squeeze companies to be able to push this act, that you have to do it, or you're going to lose funding, or you're going to be able to just shut you down. Because ultimately they're trying to get that power of that God, like all seeing, all knowing that you can't even. They're just trying to really put a C-hip in your head so they can they show movies on what they want to do. Thought police. If you think anything against the government, and against the things is wicked, even if they don't want you to trust your eyes, or trust, or even better, trust your faith, because as Israelites, our faith be giving us discernment, that gift, that now we should this is what the law says, and we can just tell, man, this is a wicked man. They say, nope, you want us to trust your words. This is from the brother Micah Allah. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, that great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation. Even in the same time, at that time, thy people shall be delivered, and every one that shall be found within the book. So it's going to be a time so bad that the Lord, chief archangel, which means angel of war, is going to have to come down. And Micah Allah, isn't the Lord a man of the war? He's a man of war. And so who Micah Allah means he is like the Most High. About war. It's going to have to come down and defend his people. So all those prayers is going to be answered. The songs, that prayer that they have, is going to have to come and stand up for us. And Esau Edom's not going to mess with no angel. An angel can destroy this whole place. 1. And a great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, there shall be a time of trouble. And that's Jacob's trouble. Who is like Yahweh? Micah Allah. Like your name, brother. Such as is never since there was a nation, even to the same time. At that time, thy people shall be delivered, and everyone that shall be found in the written in the book. So the ones that are not found in it, the ones that, hey, he's a 2/3, he has to be destroyed. We can't say who is. We have a big inkling. If you go out and if you fall out, that's probably a huge thing that you're especially if you start bugging out. Like look at, you start saying yabba dabba do is that's the names now, and fucking that's a spirit, because they said you're gone. Like, weirdo names. I forgot what he said of the other ones. And then you start saying that the beast system is Esau Edom. That's a big inkling that you're probably a 2/3. But then also these people in the world, but you don't know, because a lot of people, we got to understand, when we start performing miracles, that's how a lot of people were delivered. Started converting. Said, in the day of thy power, then thy people shall be willing. But then that's when they're going to be delivered. So we're seeing a system being pushed. Let's finish it. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a MRAK in their right hand and in their forehead. Mark. And what is that? That RFID. See it. In your hand or in your head. You see Elon Musk pushing it. Pushing that the brain. See it? And then you're seeing this payment system that's big in Sweden and being pushed forth, and then you're saying cashlessness throughout there. What do you think they're trying to do? This is right in the scriptures. So if you really can't see you're in the end, that's a big inkling that the Lord is probably going to destroy you. So I got to end. So with that, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and the Wadiyah Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash. DTA, which is destruction to this place, death to this place, death to America, and Ba, which means destruction to Babylon, the land of confusion. So shalom.